I've been waiting to talk about this for a while, but I'm finally deciding to cover this situation. So, if you don't know, streamer Mizkif basically he got broken up with by Emaru, which is his girlfriend, which was his girlfriend, sorry. And she is a streamer, right? She went on stream and basically called him an abuser, and the next day he went live and basically confirmed what she said, which was wild. I never expected him to basically confirm what she said. But then he said, he tried to play the victim and he said, she threw plushies at me.
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
And this all led to him going, demon time.
Expose everything, bro. It's time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon time. Why not? It is time to go full demon time.
We're going demon time. So he went demon time, right? And he's now trying to sue her in a defamation lawsuit. And then he also decided to try to go after Asmongold, which is really weird because I feel like Asmongold never really did anything to Mizkif. But anyways, Miz decided, with all this background information leading up to this whole thing, this whole situation, Miz decided on the 9th to post this tweet in which he said, "Hey Asmongold, you gonna react to your queen Emaru's 48 minutes of lies, or do you want to keep hitting on her saying how cool you are for using an N-word as passwords at 33 years old? Emaru sent this to me in a screenshot years ago." Now, before I talk about this, you can look through this entire message. I don't think Asmon was hitting out on her at all. I think it's just a little bit of jealousy from Mizkif that Emaru actually has friends, and he is not capable of making friends as a person. He struggles to make a lot of friends. He struggles to hold relationships, obviously. And I don't think Asmon was hitting on her. I think he was just a little bit jealous, right? That, she has somebody she can talk to as a friend. He doesn't. That's what I think this all is. Anyways, now, the tweet contains a Discord conversation between Asmon and Emaru, which I'll read right now. Emaru says, "A creative, huh?" And then Asmongold puts down the N-word combination little thing. He says, "Like I'm talking really creative shit like that." Emaru said, screenshotted, and then she said JK, which, first off, Emaru's a snake for this, man. How are you gonna say screenshotted JK and then actually screenshot it, and yet alone you're gonna send it to more people? I think that's a little bit of snake activity right there, but like, whatever, we can move on from that. You can have your own opinion on that, but like, I feel like that was kind of a bad thing to do. Anyways, Asmon said, at a certain point he wasn't even the word anymore, lol, which I think is a typo. "Everyone knows I said it, don't worry." Emaru sent like this weird little guide thing, I don't know. "I think I even have videos of me saying it. Really, lol. Yeah, like super bad stuff online, no one cares, lol. But Pokemon is racist. But Pokemon is racist for her clips. But you don't try to act perfect, I guess. Yeah, that's why people hate her. Not because of the words, lol. It's the fakeness, 100%. I feel like Miz is pretty much over the cancel stuff, but it's always going to be there. And he can't joke around with it like I know he would because of OTK law." So, first off, Pokimane blocked Emaru after this whole situation. I 100% agree with the whole fakeness thing with Pokimane. Pokimane is a jerk, right? She is a jerk at the end of the day, and everybody knows it. Ever since that whole "if you're a broke boy, just say so" situation.
When people are like, "Oh my god, $28 for cookies?" It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard. Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyway.
Everybody just knew she was fake, right? She tries to act perfect online. She's not a perfect person. She's kind of a jerk. She's rude. She's disrespectful. All that sort of stuff. And she said the N-word a couple years ago, right? And that's why she got hate for it, because she tries to act perfect. She tries to put on this facade that she's this perfect girl, right? And she's not. Anyways, moving on from that before I like rant about Pokimane for a couple hours. When Mizkif first tweeted this, it instantly got Asmongold tons of hate, and that's obvious. People don't like Asmongold. That's pretty much obvious. Even I don't like him too much, right? I disagree with a lot of Asmongold's opinions, and it's because, he's he's at the end of the day, he's more of a political streamer than he is anything else. And you can make up your own opinion on him. I'm not trying to change anybody, you know. Everybody has their own takes. But you know, people like Hassan, they jumped on this immediately saying, grown ass man stuck being an edgy 14-year-old. And this is why I didn't want to talk about this situation before I got more information, because as it turns out, Mizkif's whole password accusation was a complete lie, as expected from him. Now, if we look at the actual reason on why Asmongold said what he said, we have the full conversation. Emaru went live and she showed the whole conversation. So it starts with Emaru talking about Rumble, right? She was talking about Rumble, and she was talking about the Rumble chat is really bad because they don't have IP bans. Meaning, if you ban somebody on Rumble, they can just make an alt account and come right back, right? And Asmon asked, is it worse than my chat, though? And then Emaru said, yeah, because it's slow and the same 3 schizos can make a new account in 10 seconds, right? And Asmongold brings up Hades from Trainwreck's streams, right? And Hades, what you need to know about Hades is he would come into Trainwreck's chat and he would spam the N-word, basically, right? And he would come up with these crazy combinations to make the N-word, which is when Asmongold gives the example, right? So all of this, the whole password accusation, it turns out it was just Asmongold giving an example of how people bypass chat, right? Now, should Asmongold have given the example in the first place? Probably not. But does it really matter? No. Like, I don't know why people take this so seriously. People are still trying to attack Asmongold, even with the example. Like, even with like the context, people are still trying to attack Asmongold, which I find really funny because it's not that serious, especially when you consider that Mizkif actually had said the N-word. Hard R, no combination, no like bypass thing, just straight up, there's an N-word in the car. That's a wild thing to say. So, you know, if you want to expose somebody for something, maybe don't lie and maybe don't do it yourself. And I just find it funny because everybody was so quick to jump on the Asmon hate train, despite the fact that Mizkif is a chronic liar, right? I don't think he's smart enough to understand how this sort of behavior isn't going to benefit him in court. Like, everyone already clowns on him, and he goes online and gives them more fuel, right? And he lost his case against Asmongold. He lost that defamation case. The judge said, this is stupid, we're not doing it, right? And it's like, I think he needs to keep on pushing out stuff so I have more content. That's what I think. Mizkif is turning into a walkout. We all know it. We all see it. And this situation is just another example of that. Anyways, have a good day, people. Bye-bye. I'm going demon time!